Here's the old electrolysis. I've got the lathe bed in water with baking soda, probably about half that box in here. Sacrificial anode right there, and it should start bubbling here in a little bit, hopefully. And I just got it set on like 12 volts, 10 amps. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully this cleans that gunk off of there. Oh, I'm starting to see some bubbles. That's good. That's good news. Some bubbles are starting to come off of it. That means that is stubborn rust. It should be coming off. Well, it's out of the electrolysis tank. You can see one side has been cleaned up with Scotch-Brite and WD-40, and the other side I just was right out of the electrolysis tank, so it just needs to be polished down. There is some pitting in it, but it's smooth. I put a straight edge across this thing, and it is nice and flat. Just a little bit of light pitting here, but I'm gonna get the other side cleaned up. Also, the electrolysis cleaned up the sides pretty well. You can see how rust is pretty much gone here. It just needs to be cleaned up and painted, but I can't do that till it warms up again in the spring. Anyway, that's what the bedway looks like. Alright, for those of you who think you're a bigger idiot than I am, you're wrong. This thing screws on. I tried to pull it off. Of course, you can't pull it off. That's why I broke that one gear on there. So I went and looked at the diagram, and sure enough, this thing screws off of here. So I got a pair of channel locks here and locked the spindle, and we'll get this thing off of here. So if you just look at the parts diagram and maybe do some research, you won't do like I did and break your gears off of here now, or break your gear. Anyway, this thing is supposed to slide off now. I'm a little scared to dink around with it. There it goes. Alright, awesome. Okay, now we just have this Woodruff key, and this thing should pop out. I saw a guy on there get this Woodruff key off by hitting it down on one side, so I'll try that as well. There it goes. Okay. Now that, oh wow, just like on TV. Okay, now there's two more set screws in here, and I hope to get this spindle out of there so I can stick it in that evapor rust. Okay, it's very difficult to see, but there is a little set screw right there, and there's supposed to be one more set screw, I think, back in here. So I'm gonna get those two off, get those set screws out of there, and see if we can get about getting this spindle out. Believe it or not, I got that little set screw out of there, so we're gonna bag and tag that. And I just do not see another set screw in here, so this might be time to try to see if we can get the spindle out of there. We'll rotate around here a little bit more, see if I see it, but I sure don't see another set screw in here. There is a screw down in there. Maybe that's the set screw. Try to get that one out of there and see what happens. Okay, it's coming out. So either I've really messed up or done something good. So just got to get it a little deeper now. So let me put this other thing up here. That'll give it a little bit more depth where it can go. Make sure you use something like wood on here so you don't destroy those precision pieces in there. Okay. It's a-coming. I can't believe it, dudes. Success. I got the spindle out. It's in great shape. I just wanted to get it out so I can get it in evaporust and get the stuff down in there, the little rust, surface rust down in there, off of there. So the bearings look like they're in great shape. So this is good, real good. This thing may look like a pile of rust, but really all the machine parts, all the precision parts are in excellent shape. Just need to get this cleaned up and get some evaporust and get this thing totally clean and rust free. Well, I went on and cut that belt off of there. It was doing no good, and I'm going to take this back gear off, and on taking off the spindle, I bent that little dust cap in there a little bit, so I'm going to have to bend that. I still got to figure out how to get that bearing off of the spindle. But once I get this off of here, take these little two pins out of the little cover here, I can get those cleaned up and de-rust as well. And also clean up the legs, get them de-rusted.